Hi, Sir Christian.
Hello. All right,
Hi,
guys.
hello.
There was a technical problem earlier. We're just waiting. We're just waiting for Ma'am Carol's confirmation if we're now live.
Oh,
Actually, let me turn on my um, own device to check if it's really online. If we're live already.
Hi, Sir Christian.
Can you hear me? All right,
hi,
guys.
hello.
There was a technical problem earlier. We're just waiting. We're just waiting for Ma'am Carol's confirmation if we're now live. All right. I think she just gave us on my confirmation. Own device if it's really online. All right, guys. Hello, everyone. I hope you can hear me. There was a slight. We would like to apologize for the slight delay because of some technical problems. I'm a one-man army here. Although there's an assistance from the dean as well as Ma'am Karil and some faculty members. So, I would like to wish before we start, I would like to wish everyone a pleasant afternoon and thank you for coming here. I would like to give a quick shout out to the College of Criminal Justice Education of the University of the Cordilleras, headed by OIC Dean Ma'am Cherry Cabarubias, as well as all the faculty members who were very supportive about this event. And of course, all the students of the University of the Cordilleras College of Criminal Justice Education, particularly the BS in Forensic Science students, the BS in Forensics in Criminology students, the graduate school students who are also tuning in right now with us. So welcome to the first ever Criminal Justice Career webinar. So this is the episode 1. Expect that there will be several other episodes about the different career paths that criminal justice education graduate could take, right? Be it in forensic science, be it in the criminology program. And today we are humbled. We are and at the same time equally honored that we have two very competent speakers, resource speakers, who are also alumni rather of our college, right? So the first one is Mr. April Jacob Castro. He graduated from our college BS in criminology in 2013, and then he was able to immediately pass the criminology board exam in the same year. And correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Jacob, Attorney Jacob, rather, in 2018, that's when you pass the bar exam, take 1, right?
Yes, that's when I took
You
it,
took
and
the bar
then
exam.
yes,
And the results came 2019.
19.
Right?
Yes, yeah.
Right. And then Miss Katrina is actually batchmates with Attorney Jacob, and she graduated in 2013 as well in our college, Bachelor of Science in Criminology. Napakaganda at napakagugwapo naman ng mga criminology lawyers to mga to, no? And Miss Katrina is actually yeah, worked for briefly after graduation, right? So she passed the board examination for criminologists in 2014, and then decided to work first, practice her profession as criminologist, and then took the. That's why she just took the bar exam, right, in 2019, and then she's a COVID lawyer because she found out that she passed the bar exam this 2020, right, during the in the midst of our community quarantine. So congratulations, Kat, and also congratulations to you, April. So there are 3 parts of our conversation today. It's a very informal conversation. Magta-taglish kami dito at itong mga to matagal ko ng mga kakilala. Sila ay naging estudyante ko sa CCJE nung first time kong nagturo way back in 2010. I was very young and still handsome back then. So consistent naman yung pagiging handsome. Although I'm quite a little mature, older right now. I don't want to use the word older, mature na lang. And they were my students even in the debate team, but we'll talk about that more later. But makitagal ko nang kilala itong mga to. That's why I will not even call them attorneys, no? I will call Jacob. Is it okay if I call you Jacob and Kat?
Yeah, sure, sir.
Ah,
Sure.
sure,
Alright,
sure.
so also this is a very, sabi ko nga, very informal, casual discussion. So feel free to send me any message, shout out sa dalawang ito, send them any message, questions. We will mention your name as well as your question. If you want to do a shout out to your favorite professors, any message of encouragement to them, or shout out to your crush, to your classmates, or to anyone watching at home, please. Or if you're not from UCCCJE, maybe you're from other universities, maybe you could also do a shout out of your own institution. All right. So to get things started, there are 3 parts of our discussion. The first one is more on your experience in the college, right? Your experience as criminologist. Second is your experience in law school, and then after law school. So dun lang iikot sa tatlong general ideas, 3 general ideas na yun yung conversation natin this afternoon for approximately 1 hour. So but before that, siguro I would like you also to add something to your introduction. No? So maybe some fun facts about yourself. Maybe let's start with the only rose in this conversation, no? Katrina.
Ikaw ba yun?
Ikaw yun.
Ako pala yun. Hello everyone, good afternoon. I am Katrina Reyes. Crim din ako. I graduated 2013. Well, lahat sinabi na actually ni Sir Christian. Wala siyang tinira para sa own introduction namin. Pero 2 years after board exam. Well, late ako nag-board exam. 2014 ako nag-board exam. 2 years after that, saka ako 1 year pala. 1 year, saka ako nag-law school. So, nag-work muna ako. Pagkatapos, after work, saka ako nag-decide na, sige, mag-law school na ako. So, basically, yun lang. Mamaya tayo magkwentuhan ng mga iba-iba.
Any fan fact, secret talent that you want like to share to our audience?
Magaling akong kumanta, guys. Alam niyo, Sir.
That's
Sobra.
life.
Super talented.
Gusto ko yun ng fake news, no? How about you, Jacob? It's been a long time that we've seen each other. Nandito pa tayo nakita ulit. But would you like to talk about it or add more to your introduction?
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. Excuse me. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm sorry for the interruption. So I'm Attorney April Jacob Castro, and during this time, I hope you are all doing well. So I'm from Tarlac. I'm a Kapampangan like Sir Christian, and currently I'm working as a legal counsel for a construction firm here in Makati. So, ayan. One fun fact, siguro, it's surprising. Criminologist working in the corporate world, di ba? Second, as you can see, ang pangalan ko po ay April. So, during my criminology days, law school days, up to now na nagtatrabaho ako, most people would mistake me for a female. So I just have to correct them. So, everyone, yun lang. Ayun lang naman.
Alright, sige. So, kaya nga never kitang tinawag na April, no? I always call you Jacob. Ever since, kasi medyo nakakalito nga yung word na April. Were you born on April?
No.
No. So, there's something that we need to investigate further there, no? But so, let's get started. Ang unang tanong ko sa inyo, why did you choose criminology? And kanina nag-start tayo with Kat, maybe we could start with Jacob.
Yes, okay. So, with that question, so ano ba natin umpisahan? Actually, to be honest, hindi ko siya first choice na course. So, di ba? Lahat naman tayo, di ba? Siyempre, high school, we don't know kung ano ba yung kukunin natin for college. Well, except for Sir Christian, kasi I heard high school pa lang gusto na mag-criminology. So, basically, third choice ko siya. So, I'm into business before. Pero I was encouraged by my father na mag-criminology. And tingin ko naman, I'll fit dun sa college. Saka, bago ko naman kinuha yung course, hindi naman ako napilitan. So, I just weighed the pros and cons, ano ba yung gusto kong gawin sa buhay ko. So, then I decided, yes, criminology. I wanted to be a policeman, ayan, and on.
All right, thank you very much, Jacob, for that. So it wasn't your only choice, no? Unlike
Yes.
me, high school pa lang, I really wanted to be a criminologist. Although there's some support from your parents. What about you, Katrina? Usually, criminology is a very why women choose criminology is always interesting. So,
Yeah.
what is your reason? We're really interested about it.
Well, my reason is simple. Hindi ko alam kung anong gusto kong gawin sa buhay ko.
I think that would resonate to a lot of our audience. All right.
Hindi ko alam kung anong gusto kong gawin sa buhay ko. And then I was choosing magpo-pol-sci ba ako, mag-accountancy ba ako, kasi ang daming courses. And then there was a family friend na nagsabi, maganda ang crim. And then nakita ko yung curriculum, nakita ko yung subjects, tapos may firing, ano ba yung mga, may judo, yung mga DefTac na mga...
Hello, Ma'am Cora. Hello.
Hi,
Shout
Ma'am
out,
Cora.
Ma'am Cora.
May mga DefTac na mga subjects na wala sa ibang courses. So, sa akin, medyo thrilling yun. May legal med, may ballistics. Parang sa akin, nakaka-excite yun. Kaya, sige, nag-decide ako magka-crim na ako.
Alright. So, yun pala yung reason. You wanted something na, may physical action, diba? May,
something new.
Something
Something
new.
na hindi boring.
Alright. Nawala yung video ni Jacob for a while.
I'm sorry, yes.
Right. So, meron akong next na tanong sa inyo. So, when you were already, so you already took criminology, right? Was it what you expected before you entered? Because I myself, like, there are a lot of things that I was expecting. I thought it was just a study of to be a police officer, parang ganon. But my idea of what criminology is was changed when I already was in the program. So did you have the same experience or feeling?
So for me, I really didn't expect na magkakaroon ng so much activity, especially dun sa latter years. Kasi dun yung may mga lab, like for example, criminal investigation. So akala ko kasi it's just like high school na you have to study, pass the exam, then later on I learned na may board exam for criminology, di ba? So sabi ko, exam din yun. So if you try to see it, puro paper test, mga ganun eh. Diba? So, hindi ko ina-expect na magkakaroon ng mga activities like yung sinabi ni Kat kanina. So, yun yung mga hindi ko ina-expect na nangyari and which I'm happy with kasi na-enjoy ko yung stay ko during the time na nag-aaral pa ako ng criminal.
Nakakataba naman ng puso yan, Jacob. I hope our professors, your former mentors in the college are listening to you. They'll really be happy listening to what you just said now. How about you, Kat? Do you have like things that are unexpected that you've experienced when you're already in the program?
Well, generally, wala masyado. Kasi parang nakita ko na yung overview ng pag-aaralan ko. Kaya, okay. Alam ko yung flow na ito, tapos ito. Ang hindi ko lang siguro ang hindi ko na foresee is yung form of discipline sa loob ng college. Yun siguro, doon ako medyo na-shock. Kasi, yun yung kapag, parang from high school, di ba? Very, very unruly pa yung ugali. Siyempre, fresh from high school, makukulit pa, ganyan.
Yes.
Pero pagpasok mo ng first year, tapos may ROTC ka pa, pagkatapos, ang stricto, may mga interns kung saan-saan, hindi ka pwedeng pakalat-kalat lang, hindi ka pwedeng ang lakas-lakas ng boses mo. Talagang yung discipline nung first year is makikita mo sa mga higher years. Kaya siguro dun yung hindi expected talaga. Yung form of
and you are a first year student. And then at first meron pa yung adjustment where yung behavior mo nung high school where 'di ba you are very extroverted, you're very outgoing, 'di ba? There are rules but you don't mind the rules. But now you have the second year and third year students who have a different culture and little by little gradually ina-assimilate mo yung sarili mo on that culture and you have no choice because they really force you to to be part of that culture. And a lot of my classmates somehow had a hard time adjusting. I myself had a hard time adjusting, but eventually, ikaw din, once you become second year, third year, ma-acculturate mo yung sarili mo, ma-adapt mo yung behavior nila. And ikaw mismo, you are part of perpetuating that intergenerational transmission of culture and values within the college. So talagang, and makita mo yung culture of excellence talaga in the college in general. Not only in the BS Criminology program, in forensic science, and in the graduate school. So talagang yun yung what's unique about our college as well. And something that I probably is expecting, but when you experience it, it's a different thing already. All right, so okay na yan. Are there some, so patapos na tayo dun sa first part na yung criminology experience nyo. What about the board exam? Both of you graduated when you were 19. So that means you took the board exam, Jacob, you studied for the board exam when you were 19. Kat, probably you're 19 going 20, but still very young.
Oh, I was 18 during that time.
Oh, you were 18 when you took the board exam. Very
Really,
young.
Kat?
I was 19 when I took the board
noon.
exam. And then 20 when the results came. So mas bata pala kayo sa akin. Jacob, like, how much preparation did you put? Did you work hard for it? Because take one ka eh, right? And fresh grad, di ba? Very young. So, what kind of preparation did you have?
Well, actually, to tell you honestly, I was struggling during the time that I was preparing for the board. Why? Because during the time that I was reviewing for it, I was already enrolled in the College of Law.
Ayun.
So, parang I have to balance everything. I have to read for criminology board, and I have to read for or prepare for my classes sa afternoon. So, ang ginagawa ko, pag morning, I read for law. Tapos noon, pag afternoon, basa ng konti for crim. And then kasi may mga review sessions sa UC. Diba? So, ang college noon, College of Law, same building with the auditorium, diba? So, I just, bababa lang ako para mag-attend ng class. And then, pag may time pa, I go with the review session. So, mahirap siya, mahirap.
So pinagsabay mo pala ang College of Law and board exam. Parang naalala ko nga yan, pero ngayon ko lang na-realize na that's what happened. Unlike me, in my case, full-time reviewee ako. So nag-review ka agad ako. Kasi pinagsabay ko ang review ng criminology at internship. So hindi ako makapag-enroll ng College of Law if ever I wanted to. So it's a different case pala. What about you, Kat? What was your experience reviewing?
Ako naman, I was working while I was reviewing. So, hati din. Kasi I had to work from 5 a.m. to 2 p.m. from Mondays to Saturdays. And then, kaya hahabol lang ako ng review kasi 'di ba ang review sa UC is Friday, Saturday, Sunday during that time. So, ang gagawin ko is hahabol ako ng review sa hapon and then whole day on Sunday. Parang ganun ang routine ko doon. Pero syempre, before that, kaya ako na-delay ng board exam kasi nung dapat sasabay ako kay na Jacob, pero nag-alangan ako kasi hindi ako prepared kasi nga I was working during that time. Tapos, parang 2 months before the board exam, before pa magkaroon ng filing, sinabi ko na sa sarili ko na hindi muna ako magte-take ng board exam. Kasi number one, kahit na mag-take ako ng board exam, wala din akong makukuhang trabaho na in line dun sa career ko, dun sa profession ko, kasi masyado pa akong bata. Hindi pa ako makaka-apply sa PNP, hindi pa ako makaka-apply kung saan ko gusto. So what I did is, I stayed with my job, and then the next season, dun ako nag-board exam. So April 2014. During that time, syempre, meron organized na. Talagang nakaplano na sa akin kung ano yung i-review ko. Kasi during that time, hindi ko binitawan yung work ko. So, 4 hours, at least 4 hours in one day, tinatry kong magbasa. Pero hindi naman dire-diretso. Parang 2 hours and then 2 hours. Ganun yung ginawa ko nun.
So just to clarify, both of you graduated around April, right? April yung graduation nun.
April 2013.
April 2013. Yes. Jacob immediately enrolled in law school and then
Yeah.
enrolled in the review so that he will be able to take the board exam for, is it August or September?
It was October during that
October.
time.
October, but still, di ba? And then Kat, instead of taking the October board exam, nagpa-delay ka because of your work ng 2014, April 2014 board
April
exam.
2014, yeah.
And it worked well for you because you ranked in the board exam, di ba? You
Niloloko nga ako ng mga classmates ko eh. Nagpa-delay daw ako para humaba yung review time ko. Pero yung real reason doon is yung trabaho ko. Tsaka pinagbigyan ko yung mga nag-top nung batch ko. Para naman,
actually,
joke lang.
he is the batchmate of these two very able lawyers. The only different, pagka-batch sila po, nag-graduate sa UC. Although the difference is that these two are more good-looking than Attorney Mark Madalang.
Ang pinapakinggan ko si Attorney Mark.
Part dapat siya ng conversation nito, but he has a hearing somewhere in Manila. Yun, so sana totoo, no? Baka naglalay lang yung... Alright, but anyway, so si Attorney Mark nag-top ng 2013, si Katrina naman nag-top ng 2014. So it's okay, Katrina, at least na-explain mo na yung side mo. Hindi siya hindi niya, she had no choice but to work, di ba? Ganun talaga.
Yes, actually, I was waiting for that explanation kasi all along, ang iniisip ko, yung sinabi niya, all the notions about her na nag-take siya ng board exam the following year kasi she needs to prepare.
Alam ko sino nagpa-umpisa niyan, si Mark.
Yes,
Oh.
So yan, sa mga speaker, si Attorney Mark, please tell him to stop the rumor. We finally so resolve the issue. Okay, move on na tayo. All right, punta na tayo sa heart ng discussion natin, which is what we promised them. Let's talk about law school now. So now that naka-discuss na natin yung about criminology and experiences sa board exam ng criminology, let's talk about law school. So the first question that I have is, kailan you na-realize that you wanted to take up law? Is it sige, ganun na lang siguro. When did you realize that you wanted to take up law? Let's start tayo kay Jacob kanina, Kat naman ngayon.
Ako, before crim, iniisip ko na rin na mag-law school. Pero parang gusto ko lang. Alam niyo yung kapag bata ka pa, tapos tinanong ka, anong gusto mong maging paglaki mo? Parang gano'n. Tapos, I want to be a lawyer. Parang gano'n. Pagkatapos, pero wala pa talaga, hindi ako yung tipo ng taong pinaplano ko yung buhay ko. So, kung ano yung dumating na opportunity, edi yun. Pagkatapos, parang na-feel ko talaga na parang gusto kong mag-law is nung time na law subject sa nung crim. Kasi ang gagaling ng mga professors, the late Attorney Verdote.
Yes, the best, the late Attorney Verdote.
Attorney Lictao, Judge Dulay. Sila, mga professors na kapag tinignan mo sila, nakakatakot sila sa classroom, pero pag nag-discuss na sila, sobrang galing.
Sobrang galing.
Sobrang galing, kaya sabi ko parang gusto ko rin maging ganon.
Yeah. Ako talaga si attorney pero judge na ngayon, si Judge Devi Dulay. Like, she was my professor in Criminal Law Book 1 and Book 2. She was really brilliant and she's the one who made me fall in love with law. And of course, syempre sila Attorney Palsio, sila
Attorney Palsio.
Yeah, so sila Judge Malingan, eventually, na minsan, di ba, medyo intimidating talaga si Judge Malingan. And then, of course, so yun, yung mga law professors ko, yung siguro na-tempt talaga ako. Like, I was really tempted to take up law at that point. Pero nag-iba nga yung career path ko. What about you, Jacob?
Ayun, just like you guys, naging interested lang talaga ako sa law. Yun, when I had Crim Law 1, diba, with Attorney Lictao during that time. I think if I remember it right, third trimester of first year.
Yes.
So, sabi ko, gusto kong maging lawyer kasi the way they speak, napaka professional, tapos napakagaling sa pagtanda ng mga batas. It challenged me na gusto ko ganun din. Gusto ko maging critical thinker. Kasi when you study law, minsan nakala mo, this is the answer. yun pala, hindi. It's a trick question. You have to go the other way. Di ba? Parang ganun siya eh. So, sa akin naman, I'm not, uh, I'm not planning to go to law school mula nung naisipan ko. Minsan, naisip ko, nung second year ako, parang ayoko. Diba? Then, third year, parang gusto. And then, finally, nung nakagraduate na, and then magbo-board na, I decided, gusto kong mag-law school. So, lahat ng yun, nag-contribute yung mga law subjects sa criminology. From Constitution, Soksay 1, up to criminal procedure ni Judge Malingan. So, yun.
So, in fact, it's you enrolling in these different courses, diba? Meeting these professors that encouraged you to take up law in the first place. Diba? Ang galing. So, you had no inkling siguro, or may inkling naman, pero hindi pa buo yung loob nyo to take up law when you entered criminology or upon graduating high school. But na-solidify yung interest nyo to take up law by the taking up criminology. So yun yung naging motivation niyo rin. That's really nice. So now that you were in law school, syempre 'di ba, nasa law school na kayo, daming challenges. Actually, we have several questions here in our yung mga chat box natin. There are several questions here that I will be reading to you later on. But siguro when you go to law school, that's when you realize how helpful, diba? Or what are the advantages of being a licensed criminologist, or diba? Have in that new endeavor. So can you tell us a little more about yung siguro naging advantage or naging edge nyo over anyone else, or benefits ng you taking up criminology as your pre-law? Maybe we could start with Jacob.
Okay. So, first of all, I think the discipline ng pag-aaral when I was in criminology, yun yung nakatulong sa akin. Kasi nung nasa crim pa ako, dahil I have to meet the standards na sineset ng mga prof. So, yun yung ginawa kong yun yung naging foundation ko para makaya yung struggle ng law school. And then, of course, yung mga subjects na nakuha ko, like from Constitution, Crim, Evidence, Procedure, lahat yun nakatulong kasi it gave me a bird's eye view kung ano yung haharapin ko sa law school. They may not be that specific, kasi when you go to law school, yun na ba specific na the intricacies, you have to deal with them. So, at least, di ba, handa ka na. We always have this transition period from one culture to another. Medyo iba yung culture sa law school, pero nakatulong yung crime because of those subjects. Kasi you are required to read. I remember, pag hindi ka nagbasa, wala. It's either babagsak o lalabas ka na lang ng classroom. Di ba?
Right.
So, ayaw mo mangyari yun. So, na-adopt ko yun. So, pagdating ng law school, hindi ko na pinipilit magbasa yung sarili ko. Diba? Although I'm not a perfect student, of course, pero most of the time, syempre, magbabasa ako para mag-prepare for the subjects for that day.
Alright. How about you, Kat? Would you like to add something on that?
Well, same with Jacob. Nasabi niya lahat, pero I just want to add, yung noon kasi, yung face-to-face pa. Okay, hindi ko alam kung kinakabahan pa rin bang estudyante ngayon pag pumapasok sila sa klase. Pero dati, as in sobrang kakabahan ka kapag pumasok ka kay Attorney Lictao, kay Ma'am Judith, kay Ma'am Cherry. Sa'yo din, minsan, sir. Pero before ka pumasok sa klase mo, kailangan prepared ka. Kasi anytime, baka mamaya magpapaquiz yan. Kay Sir Ariel din. Diba? Dapat prepared ka, dapat nakabasa ka before ka pumasok sa classroom. Parang yun na yung naging culture nung crim tayo. So siguro yun yung magandang practice. Kaya nung pumunta ako sa law school, hindi ako papasok pag hindi ako prepared. Kasi alam kong kakahantungan nun. Either masisigawan ako, or mapapalabas ako, or mababato kang gavel. Ano pa ba? So yung mga yun, magandang training ground.
Alright. So, i-break down ko lang yan. Number one, yung mga law courses nyo are actually helpful. We're all helpful when you took up law. Although, mas specific siya sa criminal law, right? But still, may criminal law naman, di ba? And constitutional law in law school. Meron na kayong good foundations on those. Kasi nga, practicing lawyers naman talaga yung mga professors nyo, di ba? So, same caliber as your professors in law school. But at the same time, you said, Jacob, particularly from Jacob, na like a lot of your courses in the criminology program are enhancing your critical thinking skills, which is very important for anyone who will take up law. And then Kat says, yung culture of, you should always be prepared, diba? Yung diligence, yung level of being industrious or hardworking na in-expect sa isang law student na inculcate na sa'yo because of what your professors are doing on a daily basis. Pero yung sindak factor, I'm not sure about that, no? I'm not sure if the sindak factor is still applicable in the virtual classroom. I hope so. Kasi si Mark, feeling ko, kasindak-sindak naman talaga yun. Mukha pa lang niya, no? Kasindak-sindak na. Hopefully, manood niya. And all the students of Mark, probably they're laughing right now at their respective houses. Alright, so nasagot nyo na yung advantages ng pag-take ng criminology as pre-law, particularly from UC siguro, no? Kasi medyo school-specific yung mga minention yung ibang reasons. But yung next questions ko is, how different are the professors or the way of instruction or the way of teaching in law school from the undergraduate? Particularly siguro when it comes to the law courses as well that you have taken in the criminology program. Maybe we could start with Kat this time.
Difference? Well, actually, content-wise, walang difference. Okay, content-wise, walang difference. Maybe the manner of teaching. Kasi in crim, tatakutin ka pero ituturo sa'yo lahat. Okay, merong takot, laging lahat yan may takot factor, pero at the end of that takot session, magdi-discuss na si professor, ito yung mga mali ninyo, ito dapat siya. In law school, it's not like that.
Alright.
Okay? In law school, you learn on your own. Okay? So, you don't expect all teachers to discuss. Okay? Hindi naman sa tamad sila. Siguro yung mga iba. Meron mga professors na patay tayo, naka-live pa na tayo, no? Meron naman yung professors na ang gagaling magturo. Pero of course, hindi mo i-expect na makakover nila lahat kasi in law school, sobrang daming coverage. Kasi very specific lahat ng details kailangan mong malaman. Okay? Kaya papahapyawan lang nila, pero ikaw bahalang mag-analyze kung paano mo i-apply. So, bahala ka sa buhay mo. Parang ituturo nila sa'yo, pero bahala ka na sa buhay mo. Minsan naman, wala din silang ituturo, bahala ka pa rin sa buhay mo. Parang
So talagang maraming self-learning talaga, no? You have to be
self-learning talaga.
As a learner sa law school. But at least you have the foundation of those courses. So medyo babalik tayo
May edge talaga. May edge sa criminal law.
So even if hindi masyadong i-emphasize yung iba, at least you have already preliminary knowledge na i-reinforce mo na lang, dadagdagan mo lang. As compared kung clean slate ka talaga, like wala kang background at all. So you really have to start from scratch, right?
Yeah. Parang parang alam mo na yung basic concepts. Kailangan mo lang ng deeper understanding, which is easier for us kasi napasadahan na natin.
Yes. So applicable yan sa mga criminology students, pati sa forensic science students, because both those programs are heavy in criminal law, as well as human rights and constitutional law and other types of law. I believe meron ng civil law ngayon na mga courses in the criminology program. I'm not sure about the particularly on courses, but heavy talaga siya in criminal law. And kaya yung sinasabi nyo ngayon, I think it will motivate a lot of our viewers or tuning in, because most of them are forensic and criminology students in our program. What about you, Jacob? Would you like to add something on the difference of instruction in law school as well as from the one in the undergraduate?
I guess I'd agree with Kat dun sa mga sinabi niya. Wala na ako masyadong maidadagdag kasi yun, just like what Kat explained, um, yung content, okay? We're studying the same law, like criminal law, na inaral na namin sa criminology, studying the same procedure. And then, yun nga, bibigyan lang sila na na they will let you understand it on your own. Kailangan mo magbasa ng like cases, di ba? Kasi you know the concept already. Paano pag may mga ganitong complex question, may mga additional facts, ano ang gagawin mo? So, for that, you have to study the cases. Kasi that's when the wisdom behind the law will come in. So, yun yung kailangan mong aralin pagdating sa law school. Not just the concept itself, yung result kung bakit may law, kung bakit may procedure to that effect. So, yun lang naman.
Parang gusto ko rin pag-aralan yan in the future, no? Pero wag muna ngayon. All the responsibilities. But, na-enjoy nyo ba ang law school? Did you enjoy it? Siguro yun. Kasi like, you know, sometimes you don't just study for you to get a job in the future, diba? You study because you're passionate about it, right? And you love it. So, did you enjoy law school?
So I guess I'll be the first to answer that question.
I guess it's a very,
Go, Jacob.
it's a really complicated question, no?
So sa akin, yes, I enjoyed it so much. Despite the fact na every afternoon, evening na kailangan mong pumasok, kakabahan ka. Minsan, iisipin mo, you studied like 4 hours, tapos pagdating mo, pahiya ka kasi nakalimutan mo yung sagot. Black out. As in talaga. Wala kang maalala. Papahiya ka. Tapos, yung grade mo, di ba? Grades mo affected din. Pero, siguro masasabi ko, I enjoyed kasi may mga kasama ka eh. Di ba? You are all struggling. You're helping each other. Oh, sino hindi nakakaintindi nito? Pwede kang magtanong and they'll teach you pag dun sa mga bagay na hindi mo naintindihan. So, ayun. Tapos, outside class, marami din. And especially, may mga activities kasi outside law school na kailangan mo rin mag-participate. Alam mo yun, to reduce the tension. Diba? Ang hirap kasi pag, yun nga, sabi mo, Sir Christian, pag puro aral ka, kasi may mga cases na nababaliw or kung ano na nagkakaroon sila ng psychological problem, sometimes because of law school, yun yung dahilan nila. So, parang you have to bifurcate. Siguro, while you're enjoying, you are studying as well. So, yun yung way ko na pag-enjoy sa law school.
Alright. What about you, Miss Kat? Did you enjoy?
Naman, I enjoyed so much. Pero ito yung enjoyment na ayoko nang ulitin. Alam mo yun? Nag-enjoy ka pero ayaw mo nang balikan. Okay ka na. Parang ganon.
Alright. So, yan. Okay. At least, nalaman, parang nagkaroon kami ng, although very brief lang yung mga sagot niya, nagkaroon kami ng siguro like a glimpse of how your law school life was, you know. Were pala, iba kayo ng buhay. And let's talk about the bar exam. Kasi sabi nila, as it's one of the most difficult licensure examinations there is. In fact, it's so special that it is administered not by PRC, but by the Supreme Court of the Philippines. Is that correct? Right? It's the Supreme Court. So,
yes, sir.
siguro yung particular question ko dun is, how much of your criminology undergraduate degree or siguro pati yung pag-take nyo ng board exam ng criminology help you survive the bar exam? Maybe we could start with, sino ba nauna kanina? Maybe we could start with Kat this time.
Okay. Ang pinaka talaga nakatulong sa akin for the bar exam is yung board exam. Yung board exam mismo. Kasi parang kumbaga, practice mo yung board exam for the bar exam. You already know your do's and don'ts kapag nag-board exam ka. Alam mo na nakakabahan ka. Ngayon, the question is, paano mo i-control yung pressure? Paano mo i-control yung panic mo? So, alam mo yung do's and don'ts mo. Alam mo kung anong dapat mong gawin before taking the bar. The night or the day before bar. Ano dapat yung gawin mo? Parang ganun. Kasi nung board exam, ganun din yung ginawa ko. Parang ako, nag-relax na ako day before board exam. Which is para sa akin very effective. kasi kalmado ako na board exam. So, ganun din yung ginawa ko nung bar exam. Hindi na ako nag-aral ng Saturday. Saturdays, kasi Sundays, 4 Sundays yung bar exam. So, Saturday, hindi na ako nag-aaral niyan. Kinakalma ko na yung sarili ko niyan. Parang, kahit na mag-cram ka, walang mangyayari sa'yo kasi hindi mo na yan, parang kumbaga hindi mo na yan,
Ulit na.
too late na. Tsaka ipapressure mo lang yung sarili mo. Parang ganun. So, what I did is, kung ano din lang yung ginawa ko sa board exam, same thing during the bar exam. I
Alright.
rested the day before the exam and then it went well for me.
Alright. We're not saying that applies to everyone, no?
Yes.
Like, it
Depende din,
well
depende.
for Kat. It may not necessarily, it can work well for you as well, but it cannot necessarily work well for you. What about you, Jacob?
Okay, sige. Dito siguro, Kat and I are different. Kasi, although, yun, yung board exam, in a way, it prepared us. Kasi yung kaba factor, you experienced it before kasi yung experience mo na you'll be taking a government administered exam for your license sa pinaghirapan mo for like 3-4 years. Diba? Ang bigat nun, sobrang pressure. I remember, I forgot kung sinong kung sinong instructor yung nagsabi na or reviewer nung time na nag-review ako for Crim. Ang sabi niya, punta kami doon sa exam area. Tingnan namin yung upuan namin. Imagine namin yung sarili namin na nakaupo kami doon. And then, yan, para pagdating nung actual exam, mababawasan yung kaba. Although, syempre, hindi mo magagawa yun for the bar exam, pero at least you experience kung paano mababawasan yung kaba mo. Diba? So, you'll learn how to manage. And then, as for the day before the exam, I was still studying. Kaya lang, yung study ko hindi siya yung bakbakan like when I was preparing yung mga first readings ko ng June or July. Hindi siya ganun kabakbakan. Parang pahapyaw lang na basa. Sa akin gusto ko, I want my mind continuously working hanggang dun sa exam. Then after the exam, dun ako magre-relax for a day, then banat na naman. So, yun lang sa akin. Siguro different kami.
Alright, so a lot of our viewers probably pick up a lot of tips from you on how to prepare for the board examination, no? Not necessarily bar, but even for the board exam. And for especially our criminology students, for our forensic science student, they don't have a board exam, but they may take some, specialization certification exam, or from a particular board. They may take NAPOLCOM exam if they want to join the PNP or some entrance exam in some government agency or the civil service exam, parang ganon. So, do you have tips siguro or, that you can give to them when it comes to studying or preparing for an exam? Very briefly lang siguro.
Siguro for me, study the fundamentals. Keep updated of new rules, procedure. Yun lang siguro sa akin. Kasi there might be some questions on general knowledge na, di ba, sayang din naman yun. Pero basically, you focus dun sa fundamentals kung ano ba yung mga concepts na kailangan mong malaman. Kasi, pag masyado mong pinressure yung sarili mo to take on the so specific topics, baka mahirapan ka. Might be a source of stress para sa iyo kasi hindi mo siya naintindihan. So stick to the basics kasi it will help you answering more specific questions.
What about you, Kat? Thank you for that, Jacob. What about you, Kat?
Ganda lang. I'll borrow the words of my classmate, Attorney Anton Avila. He landed top 8 dito sa 2019 na bar exam. Ang sabi niya is, the best preparation for the bar is being prepared every day in law school. The same goes with you people. Our addings in Forsci, our addings in Criminology. Be prepared every day before you go to class, kahit online, kahit gantong virtual. Be prepared. Okay? Study your lessons in advance. Do your best para alam nyo yung ginagawa ninyo after ng klase nyo. Ang tip ko sa inyo ganito, basahin nyo in advance tapos nakikinig na lang kayo. Hindi yung nagna-notes pa kayo habang nakikinig kayo. Dapat alam nyo na. Dapat alam nyo yung relax ka na kasi, ay, alam ko na yan, alam ko na yan, alam ko na yan.
And
Parang mas kalmado ka kapag ganun eh. Mas kalmado ka. Tapos kapag paulit-ulit yan sa utak mo, of course, di ba, retention is key. Hindi mo yan basta-basta or agad-agad makakalimutan. So, be prepared every day. Before you go to class kahit virtual, wag tamad-tamad dahil ganito ang sitwasyon natin ngayon. Kasi, syempre, malamang, most of you nagpo-procrastinate kayo, relax kayo, chill lang kayo. Pero pagsisisihan nyo yan kapag nag-board exam kayo. Kasi dapat pala ginawa ko to, dapat pala ginawa ko to. Don't wait for that time. Siguro ang gawin nyo is, ngayon pa lang, isipin nyo para sa board exam to. Okay? So, for me, that's the best preparation. Thank you, Attorney Avila, for that saying. Kung saan niya man kinuha yun.
I think he got that from me. Because I always...
Yes. Can I add something?
Yeah, sure, Jacob.
Yeah, I remember, first time kita naging instructor for Christian. Kakapasa mo lang ng board noon. Ang unang banat mo sa amin, first year kami, di ba? Unang banat mo sa amin, your preparation for the board starts today. Parang ganun yung sabi mo sa akin. So, sa amin, natandaan na namin yun. That's why, yun nga, during the preparation nga for the board, hindi ganun kabigat yung hindi ganun kabigat tulad nung hindi ka nagbasa, wala kang alam, nagre-review ka for the first time. Diba?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And a lot of universities are wondering why laging mataas yung passing rate natin sa UC, like isa lang dalawa bumabagsak. That's is it because of the review session? No, it starts the moment the students step foot in our college, right? The moment nag-take siya ng introduction to criminology, we already inculcate that all the lessons that you will be learning here, these are important because eventually, if this may be asked in the board exam. Gusto ko lang talagang i-emphasize yung sinabi mo kanina, Jacob, about yung sinabi mo kanina on I forgot, but you mentioned something very important kanina on yung before
What
you
topic, sir?
Ang dami na sinabi.
Ang dami kong sinabi.
But I will remember it later. Talagang napaka-impromptu at napaka-informal nito. No? But you mentioned earlier that really resonated to me. Basta, maalala natin yun mamaya. I apologize to the audience. But yeah, both of you gave really inspiring messages. Do you have special rituals na lang? Sige, yun na lang muna. Baka maalala ko yung gusto kong i-emphasize. But do you have special rituals when you are studying or before the board exam itself or before the board exam?
Well, not a ritual. Pero what I do is, during review, I do a reward system for myself. Na I have to finish this and then that's the time I'll reward myself. Hindi yung kakain ako ng masarap para makaaral ako mamaya. Ang ginagawa ko is, aaralin ko tong part na to. Okay? Pag hindi ko to natapos, hindi ko pwedeng i-reward yung sarili ko. Pero pag natapos ko to, sige, magmi-milk tea ako o kaya ito-treat ko yung sarili ko sa kung anong gusto ko. Simple things. Okay, simple things. Like for example, gusto ko ng chocolates. Okay, hindi ako magcho-chocolate hangga't hindi ko yun natatapos. After ko matapos, tsaka lang ako magcho-chocolate kung yun talaga yung kinakrave ko.
Alright.
Doon ko na-push yung sarili ko na mag-aral.
Positive reinforcement ka pala, di ba?
Yeah.
Positive reinforcement. So the more na rini-reward mo yung sarili mo for doing something good, the more na ma-motivate ka or na-push ka to do that behavior over and over again. What about you, Jacob? Do you have special ritual? Kasi sikat reward daw eh. What about you? Do you have rituals?
Sa akin, reward muna bago yung hirap. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. Actually, wala naman akong special na ritual except for siguro context ng studying, preparing for an exam or for a class. Kailangan mo talaga mag-aral. Siyempre, gigising ako, I wake up early. During the time na nag-aaral, I wake up early. Siguro, I jog or push up, any exercise, tas breakfast lang, tas aral na. Yun lang. Tapos, pag hindi na kaya ng utak ko, like for example, yun yung mga common na sinasabi natin, wala nang pumapasok sa isip natin. Rest. Yun lang. Ako, nung nagpe-prepare ako for the bar, I read like for 20 minutes straight, no distraction, and then rest for 5 to 10 minutes, then basa ulit. Yun lang naman.
Alright. Ako naman yung special ritual ko, not that you're asking, no, Pero the days na
Unsolicited.
the days na nag-board exam ako, lagi ako pinagluluto ng tita ko ng isang hotdog at saka 2 itlog. Para daw 100. I think
Bagay na bagay sa'yo.
but that has been my ritual para daw 100. Wag mo lang ilalagay yung hotdog sa gitna ng 2 itlog kasi that's something different already, you know. But yeah.
It will ruin the exam.
Yeah, it kind of conditioned me na, you know, siguro yung ano dun is just be happy, just be jolly, think positive, diba? Never entertain negative thoughts when you are studying for or when you are about to take a major examination. Siguro chill ka, good mood lagi. No? Sabi nga nila yung law of attraction, diba? Positive thoughts attract positive experiences. And so, pag nega ka na nung umaga pa lang, baka nega ka na the whole time. So, chill lang, positive, kalimutan mo lahat ng problema. Parang ganun. The only thing that's important right now is the examination. Because when you pass this, your career depends on it, diba? Your future depends on it. And speaking of careers, sige, mamaya, okay, move on na tayo. So, mahal ang law school. Of course, siguro meron kayong mga relatives or parents na sumuporta sa inyo. But of course, kayo din, since licensed criminologist na kayo, meron pa rin kayong mga other ways to earn money, di ba? So, paano nyo naman tinake advantage yung pagiging licensed criminologist nyo so that makatulong kayo in financing or financially supporting your law school, di ba? The expenses for your law school. Maybe we could start with Jacob.
Okay. After passing the board, yun, syempre, di ba, nag-aaral na ako. Nakatulong siya kasi a lot of my, di naman a lot, pero may mga professors ako or mga kakilala na criminologist din, invited me to teach sa mga review schools, ganun. So, isa yun, ang laking bagay nun. Kasi, number one, you get compensated because of what you know, because of what you work hard for. Secondly, na ang ganda kasi yung inaral mo long before, like siguro even now, last year nagpa-review pa ako eh. So nare-review mo siya. Hindi siya nawawala sa isip mo. So ang gandang experience. No? Nakatulong siya sa akin during law school.
Alright.
Bayad ako expenses.
Review centers pala. Malaking kita dyan Hindi ko kasi alam kung magkano kita dyan Hindi pa ako
Ay, nako. Sir Christian, ikaw pa.
Plastikan pa ba tayo dito?
Oo nga.
What about you, Katrina? May mga racket ka ba nun due to the fact that you are a licensed criminologist?
Same, sir. Reviews. During the time that I was in Mindanao, parang na-connect ako sa mga different review centers doon. Kaya, mamaya mag-i-invite sila. Pagkatapos, of course, I do this during sem break. O kaya kapag malapit lang, okay lang. Kasi during that time, syempre, we have to travel, medyo malayo-layo. So, during sem break, ang ginagawa ko, doon ako magtatrabaho. Doon ako mag-iipon. So, lahat yan, work, as in super work. Nakakapagod na work. Kasi puros lecture, lahat iikutan mo. Umiikot ako sa Mindanao, some places in Visayas. And then kapag normal na semester, doon ako lalagari sa malapit lang, sa Ilocos, dito sa Baguio, o kaya sa Manila, ganun. Pag weekend.
Siguro inform ko lang sila sa word na lalagari kasi jargon natin yun ng mga lecture. Lalagari means magja-jump sila from one review center ng criminology to another. So talagang magta-travel ka, ganon. So for example, pwede siyang mag-fly from Manila to General Santos City, to Coronadal, and then go to Digos, and then go to Davao City, and then go to Tagum. So lahat yung mga cities na yon, meron silang kanya-kanya mga review center. So isang pasadahan lahat yon, and 8 hours, 16 hours na review, and then you're being paid per hour, siguro let's say 1,000 per hour, 800 pesos per hour, 500 pesos. Malaki na yung bagay na yun for someone na may laki ang expenses sa law school, lalo na pag ginagari mo buong sem break, right? And libre na yung food, libre na yung plane ticket, libre na yung hotel, itutour ka pa nila. So it's really a good experience na magpa-review. And isa yan sa advantage kapag licensed criminologist ka, diba, na nagtitake ng law school, because you'll be given opportunities like that, yung review center na sinabi ni Katrina and ni Jacob. Alright. So yun na, gandang tip nun ha, gandang yun, save life, parang money making tip yun ha. Uh, how to survive naman financially. Alright, so at this point siguro, before tayo dumako dun sa question and answer, and by the way, those who are tuning in their respective houses, and we have so many pa, no, 200 plus pa yung live na naka-tune in, and I think some people naubuso na ng data, but thank you for those who tune in. No? We will check the attendance later, by the way, so please invite your friends to keep on tuning in or to go back. But yung next question ko is, in terms of ngayon na graduate na kayo, and mga lawyers na kayo, nakatulong ba naman yung pre-law nyo, which is criminology, sa mga jobs or like in the case of Jacob, you're in corporate law right now, diba? Hindi ka naman sa criminal law. You're in corporate law. You're in Makati, diba? The central business district of the Philippines. Or in the case of Katrina naman is still looking for a lot of options because there are so many opportunities naman for Kat, and it's just up to her to grab which among those many opportunities. So nakatulong ba yung criminology? How influential or how helpful is criminology in your current job, Jacob? And in the case of you, Katrina, in terms of like the opportunities that are coming to you or your career choice. Let's start probably with Jacob.
Ayun, since I've mentioned before na I'm working for a construction firm here in Makati, most of you guys would be surprised, diba? Anong ginagawa ng isang criminologist sa isang construction firm, diba? Basically, ito yung maganda, diba? May mga kasama ko dito. Hindi sila attorney, hindi sila lawyers, pero criminologists sila. May mga criminologists dito. And ang trabaho nila, they're security officers, di ba? Ang ganda. Kasi ang common notion, pag nag-crime ka, police, and basta nasa law enforcement. Pero hindi, pwede kang pumasok. Depende sa'yo. There are a lot of opportunities. And as for me, nakakatulong yung mga courses kasi I'm part of an administrative group or department. So we handle cases, we investigate them, 'di ba? There are core investigative concepts na pinag-aralan natin na applicable sila sa kahit saang bagay, provided na ang purpose mo is to investigate to know what happened. So lahat 'yun. You're going to solicit things. You're going to collect evidence regarding the incident. So malaking tulong. It does not end na pag sinabi mong lumipat ka sa ganitong industry, hindi mo na magagamit kung ano yung inaral mo. So yun.
Alright. Thank you very much, Jacob. What about you, Kat? In terms of your career options, right now, may influence ba ang criminology sa mga interest na gusto mong gawin?
Yes naman. Of course naman. Hindi pa rin nawawala sa akin na gusto ko pa rin mag-uniform. Alam niyo yung feeling na gusto mo pa rin mag-uniform kasi wala lang, gusto mo lang mag-uniform. Okay? Meron pa rin yung ganun. Pero as of now, I'm in private practice. I really want to do litigation. Kaya, well, given our situation right now, private practice is not a practical source of income right now, especially for us who are still starting. Ang hirap, sobrang hirap. Pero thank God, meron pa ring reviews. Reviews pa rin ang bumubuhay sa akin. Yun pa din.
You're more on law courses na ngayon, no, Kat? Law courses na yung tinuturo mo, criminal law.
Criminal law, evidence procedure, yun yung tinuturo ko ngayon. So, medyo mas at least yun na yung path ko talaga. Pero of course, gusto ko pa rin sa litigation. Pero maraming opportunities siguro, pero ang hirap kasi ganito yung situation natin. Siguro kapag medyo naging okay na, makaka-decide din siguro. Balak ko pa rin naman mag-government, mag-JAGS o kaya PNP or NBI. Depende kung
Alright. And we have graduates, Kat, no? We have graduates ng criminology ng UC and then nag-take ng law and then right now are NBI agents, diba? You may know some people who are use criminology ng undergrad ng UC and then nag-law, and then ngayon ay nasa NBI. Do you know some people, Kat, who are like that?
Okay. Attorney Roger Seblagan Jr. He is a criminologist, lawyer din lang. Nauna siya sa amin ni Jacob na I think 1 year or 2 years. He's with the National Bureau of Investigation right now. Mukhang ina-enjoy naman niya yung work niya doon.
Paano mo alam? Paano mo alam, Kat? Yun ang sagutin.
Oh, that question. Sorry, Christian.
So siguro before we end the conversation, let's answer a couple of questions from our viewers. No, the first question is Mariel Nicole. Siguro very quick na lang yung mga sagot nyo, Kat, kasi medyo napasadahan nyo na to kanina.
Okay.
Mariel Nicole, hello. Shoutout nyo naman, Kat. Hello.
Hi,
Hi,
Mariel Nicole.
Yan. Ano po
Mariel?
mga challenges na na-encounter nyo po sa law school?
Challenges.
Just go every day is a challenging day, kapatid.
Ayan.
Okay. You have to face recitations.
Sabi naman ni Ronaldine Gallardo. Hello, Ronaldine.
Hi, Miss Gallardo.
So maybe she's pertaining to the fact na 18 years old ka ng board exam, Kat, and you even top the board exam. Yan. Sabi naman nito si Lysander Lee Llaneta, Attorney Palsiw Love, Heart, sabi niya, Attorney Berdote, Heart, sabi niya. And then, eto, from Jovel Manokay. I hope I did not mispronounce. Hello, ma'am, sir, sabi niya. Please give us specific tips on how you survive your courses or what are the things that you have done in order to achieve your goals. So, hindi niya in-specify kung law school or criminology. So,
siguro take one day at a time and enjoy. Enjoy the process. Parang i-enjoy nyo yung sakit ng ulo, i-enjoy nyo yung pressure, i-enjoy nyo yung nabubwisit ka sa instructors nyo, i-enjoy nyo lahat yun kasi pagkatapos niyan, worth it lahat.
Alright, sige. Thank you.
Yes.
Talaga yun. From Baby Jane Duntogan, she's a 4-sci student, no, incoming third year. Actually, third year na siya ngayon. Good afternoon po. What tips can you give po for us to easily understand and memorize the important terms in our law subjects, like the different sections of the law or the definition of terms?
Okay. For me, you personalize your mnemonics or use terms, be imaginative. Kasi based on studies, yun, pag nag-i-imagine ka on how, for example, may mga words ka, incorporate them to something para during the time na nag-answer ka na ng exam or maybe nagre-recite ka, you just imagine that thing. Then it all comes back to you.
I agree. Alright. Siguro isa lang yung sasagot sa inyo kasi medyo marami pang question. From Creamy Spacenology. Wow, napaka-creative niyo sa name niya, no? Good afternoon, Attorney Reyes and Attorney Castro. Mahirap po bang isabay ang love life and law school?
Jacob, ikaw sumagot niyan kasi wala naman akong love life nung naglo-law school ako. Nag-aaral lang ako.
Parang hindi ako naniniwala. Kat, pakisagot.
Kat?
Go, Jacob.
Sino ba? Sige. Gusto ni Sir Christian. Pero yes, possible. Yes, possible. Kaya lang, syempre, you'll have to struggle emotionally. Kasi, di ba, when you're in a relationship, you have to adjust. So, kailangan yung partner mo, in a way, may pag-uusap kayo. I think the important part of being in a relationship sa kahit anong ginagawa mo is communication. You tell her or him kung ano yung mga struggles mo para makapag-adjust siya. Tapos sasabihin niya sa'yo kung ano yung mga nahihirapan siya kasi you're engaged to something. Yun lang naman. You adjust para
understanding naman ng girlfriend mo, Jacob. What about you, Kat? From the perspective of a woman?
Akala isa lang sasagot.
Sige naman yung sasagot. Okay. Akala ko makakalusot But later on, i-chat nyo na lang si Ma'am Kat, no? And we will invite you. We will still encounter this too sa review siguro. No? We will ask our review coordinator to invite you guys. From MM, did you even experience breaking down po? How did you handle po while in law school? So breaking down in law school, nag-breakdown ba kayo?
Yes, always. Siguro mga once a week, ganyan. Ganun siya
Pakidemo
kadalas.
yung breakdown. Pakidemo yung breakdown. Paano yung
Hindi, there will be a point sa crim o kaya sa law school. Well, yung pinaka-peak ko na ang dami mong breakdown is law school. Kasi, syempre, emotionally exhausted ka. Yung utak mo exhausted din. Katawan mo exhausted din. Hindi mo alam ang daming mong times na magsasabi na, ayoko na, ayoko na. Pero ayoko na lang ng ayoko na, pero words lang siya, hindi mo siya ginagawa.
Right.
Kaya nga sabi ko kanina, one step at a time.
Nice.
Kung ano lang yung kaya mo, sige, kung ano lang yung kaya mo, sige, kung ano lang yung kaya mo. But yung kaya mo na yun, make sure that that's your best.
Nice. What are the things that you would have done differently when you were studying in criminology department? Ang gandang tanong nito ha. Thank you very much, Alexis Palangyo. Alexis.
Okay.
Sino sasagot niyan?
Sige, I'll do it. I remember, this is this is not about the knowledge, knowledge na natutunan ko, nakuha ko during the time that I was in criminology school or the college. Pero sana nag-aral ako during finals. Kasi the problem with me, kaya tuloy nadidismaya ako every time na mag-start yung SEM. Kasi pag nakita ko yung final grade ko, ang baba. Kasi masyado akong relax pagdating ng final. So, sabi ko sa sarili ko, sana na nag-aral ako. I do prepare during midterms. Prepare ng konti sa finals. Kaya lang yun, I would have done it differently kung bibigyan ako ng isang chance.
Okay lang yun. Pass is pass. Pass is pass. No?
Yeah.
You without all those experiences, you wouldn't be Jacob or Attorney Castro that you are today. And same goes to you, Attorney Reyes. No? Wow, Attorney Reyes, Attorney Castro. Parang kailan lang kayo...
Nakakakilig pa din.
Yeah, di ba? Parang kailan lang tayo nasa S601, no? Or S602. Or S502 yung natin sabihin. Ito naman, although it's quite iba naman to, si Earl Kent Estolas. Sir, ma'am, are criminologists the one who are prioritized in the PNP for the entry in the PNP?
Well, unfortunately, no.
You know,
You still go through the process. Parang competition pa rin siya.
Yeah. So regardless of your degree, although may advantage ka kapag criminology in terms of alam mo na yung nature ng work kasi train ka and your educational background is on that. But sana in the future, well, isa batas na unahin muna yung mga criminologists and then after ma-screen yung criminology, that's when they open the quota for the other courses. Kasi yun naman talaga, forensic science graduates and criminologists naman talaga yung may educational background and training, di ba? And nagkandak ng research study, total preparation for those field, di ba? In the crime lab, in the PFP, DMP, and PNP. Alright, yung ibang natanong na to kanina, so I will not repeat them. I'm sorry for those. Ito na lang, Norway Pangski, sabi niya. Sana hindi niya, totoong pangalan niya kaya to, Pangski. Shout out po sa Kalasag Bagwis Class 2020. Hello, Kalasag Bagwis Class 2020. Shout out daw, sabi ni Norway. No? And then, sino pa to? Mark Anthony, inundit niya lang. Cherry Ann Cabarubias. Sino kaya itong Cherry Ann?
Sino yun?
Thank you very much, Attorney Katrina and Attorney Jacob, for the words of wisdom. Inspiring with exclamation point. Nakakataba. Ba't ako kinikilig ako for you? Hindi naman sa akin yung message. Pero yun, coming from Ma'am Cherry, di ba? Parang na-mentor natin lahat. Eh, medyo nakakakurot, may kilig factor, no? Jacob, for the words of wisdom. Inspiring, sabi niya, take care always and keep your feet firmly flat on the ground. Si Mark yata flat na flat, no? Kaya na-disqualify siya sa PNP before.
Ay, grabe ka.
Grabe, harsh.
Kasama ko pa lang siya the other day sa church.
Ayoko magsalita ng masama kasi baka mabawian ako eh.
Ano naman, Jeff Kindipan. Good afternoon, ma'am, sir. As an aspirant, are there any tips on how we can survive law school? And what are the things not to do during studying both for at the board and bar exam?
Minimize your social media participation siguro. Yung screen time ninyo, yung minimize. Kasi ang daming time na nakukuha sa kaka-Facebook, kaka-Instagram, kaka-Twitter. Imbes na nag-aaral kayo, yun yung ginagawa nyo. Kaya during the time na nagre-review ako, actually hanggang ngayon, inalis ko yung Facebook ko, Messenger ko lang ang buhay, hanggang nasanay na ako. Kasi ang daming time na nako-consume sa mga yan.
Tama,
So, yun lang.
tama.
How about you, Jake?
For me, you prepare every day. You plan ahead if may time ka mag-plan talaga. Para ma-assess mo yung sarili mo dun sa mga bagay na kailangan mo talagang pag-focusan. Kasi minsan, we tend to dwell dun sa mga madadaling topics or subjects. So, minsan, dahil because of the difficulty the subject brings, medyo nadi-discourage tayong aralin kasi sasakit lang ulo natin, di ba? So, every day, when you go to school, attend your class, kahit na online tulad niyan, di ba? You prepare pa din. You don't take your classes kahit na online yan for granted. Don't take it kasi it will hit you back pagdating ng araw.
Alright. Sige. And then ito sabi naman ni isa, sabi niya, masarap kaya ang hotdog at itlog, sabi niya. So I think that's in reference to may comment.
Plante mo na yun for sure.
Tingin ko maganda. Kasi nag-top si Sir Christian eh. Because of that.
Guys, malay nyo, di ba? Yung pala sekreto, pag top 1, kailangan ng ganyan.
No more TikTok sa law school, sabi ni Mark Cruz. Tama yan, Mark Cruz, wala na munang TikTok sa law school. And then tips po, sabi naman ni MM, another question from MM, tips po in doing case digest.
Borrow that case digest of your classmate and then digest it again.
Very bad.
And then, you read the full case and then go straight to the issue. Go straight to the issue and then that's where you base the ruling. Yung kung ano lang yung issue, yun lang yung kunin mong ruling and then based on that, saka makunin yung facts na very simple na facts. Para hindi kayo, ang haba-haba ng facts mo, tapos hindi naman pala siya kasama dun sa issue.
And then marami mga phrases dito, yun mga ganun, wow, ganun. Tapos astig, tapos sabi ni Joshua Buscos, power.
Power.
Hi, Josh!
Hi, Josh.
Hello.
Hi, Josh. Hi, John V. Hi, Michael. Hi, Sir Alex. Ano ba kailangan i-shout out? Hi, Carl. Hi, Anthony. Pagaling ka. Yeah, John V. All right. So at this point, any final words or message to our criminologists, foresight students, graduate students in the department who may want to take up, are considering or diba, to take up a law degree. Siguro let's start with whoever would like to start.
Sa akin siguro, considering our time, yung situation natin because of this pandemic, everything was put into stagnant. Medyo hindi tayo umuusad. Pero siguro sa tingin ko, there's this quote, use your disadvantage and make it an advantage on your part. So marami kang oras di ba? Hindi kayong nakakalabas, gimmick dito, gimmick doon. So anong gagawin mo? So ang gagawin mo, mag-aaral ka, especially when you're a student. Di ba? Pag nagre-review ka for the board, basahin mo lahat yung mga notes mo, di ba? Para hindi naman sayang during the time na nag-aaral ka, mabasa mo sila to freshen you up. So, yun lang naman sa akin. And lastly pala, sinabi ko na kanina, since online class, medyo marami pang nag-a-adjust. So, I think, kahit na online class, kahit na mahirap, don't take these classes for granted. Your professors, instructors, not only for University of the Cordilleras, College of Criminal Justice Education, sa lahat ng college dyan sa UC, but to all universities, lahat ng schools. Nag-a-adjust sila, pero that's the beauty We know how to adapt. Kaya wag natin i-take for granted to. Nag-work ng hard yung mga professors natin for this.
Alright. What about you? Thank you very much, Jacob. What about you, Kat?
Siguro ang mapapayo ko lang sa inyo is i-enjoy nyo yung process. Kasi pag hindi mo na-enjoy, parang wala lang. Okay? Kasi babalik-balikan nyo tong time na to na nag-aaral kayo pagkatapos lahat virtual. Hanggat hindi pa tayo bumabalik sa face-to-face, you learn to enjoy kung ano yung meron kayo ngayon. Kasi you're still blessed. Kasi meron kayong ganito. Ginagawan kayo ng professors ng modules ninyo. May nagtuturo pa rin sa inyo despite all of these that are happening. At buhay pa rin kayo at hindi ka pa rin kayo nagkakasakit. So, these are things na dapat maging grateful ka pa din, maging thankful ka pa din kahit na ganito. And of course, enjoy, be happy. It's not all about the grades. Hindi lahat is puro talino. Okay? Kailangan mo rin ng happiness sa buhay mo. Kailangan din may friends ka na makipag-socialize ka. Ganyan. Yan lang naman.
Gusto ko yan. Napaka-inspiring naman nitong dalawang ito. Parang habang nagkakaroon tayo ng conversation. No? But before my final message siguro, before we finally bid goodbye, anyone that you would like to give a shout out to? Let's start probably to Kat. Anyone who would like to shout out?
Hello po sa mga professors namin dati. Kumaway din si Sir Christian.
Kasi professor natin siya.
Ano si professors namin na sobrang gagaling.
I was very young when I had you as students. I was 19 years old. Totoy na to. I know, I just turned 20 years old when I had you as my students. Particularly Jacob kasi ito yung first na block session na hinawakan ko. Kat na naging professor niya ako sa debate team. So by the way, for those who doesn't know, si Attorney Jacob, Attorney Reyes, Attorney Mark are all parts, magkakabatch yung mga yan, they're all part of the UC CCJE debate team and they're award-winning members of that debate team along with some other graduates din. Pero iba-ibang larangan naman like sino ba yung kabatch yung sa Sudaypan,
Yes.
PNPA, sir.
and Philippine National Police Academy. He's already a commissioned officer naman. So ibang track naman siya. Some became professors in different schools and then yung junior nyo naman si Maiko is also a lawyer kabatch ni Kat na sinuwerte din ng last bar exam. And so nakakataba ng puso, nakaka-proud yon. So salamat. So meron ba kayong gustong i-shout out, Jacob? Family mo sa Pampanga, sa Pampangan.
Sa mga mga Pampangan, hello.
Yes.
Mag-aral kayong mabuti habang yun lang naman. Tapos
Hello, Erwin. Ano pangalan ng first cousin mo? Si Erwin ba?
Yes, Erwin. Isa siyang ngayon, security inspectors ng isang security agency.
Wow, di ba? Hindi siya ng government, naging private siya. No? And that's good. Kat, ikaw, love life, anyone that you wanna
Tapos na ako, di ba?
Ayaw mo. Akala ko hindi ka matapos eh. But anyway, Kat, Attorney Reyes, Attorney Castro, ayan, on behalf of the crimhub.ph, in behalf of the University of the Cordilleras College of the Criminal Justice Education, of course, pinanuunahan ng dean natin na si Ma'am Cherry, and then all the faculty members, sila Ma'am Cha, sila Ma'am Awas, sila Ma'am Debbie, sila Sir Ginayen, sila Sir Dayucos, sila Sir Ma'am Cora, di ba, yung mga naging professors nyo din, sino pa ba? And sorry sa mga hindi ko na-mention, sa mga law professors natin, sila Atty. Lictao, Atty. Mark, and among others, di ba? I'm sorry kung hindi ko na-mention, but know that know that them, along with all our students, who are still who went here, although meron silang other engagement pa, so some of them already had to leave earlier, but I think they could still view it on replay naman anyway. Would like to extend our utmost gratitude and nagpapasalamat kami na in-spend nyo tong afternoon to with us, and I know for sure that we've learned so much, and I myself learned so much, and you've inspired a lot of your fellow UCians, diba? So nakaka-inspire talaga kayo, and sana hindi kayo magsawa na i-share yung inyong knowledge, inyong wisdom sa mga, hindi lang sa mga taga-UC, hindi lang, but to public in general. And yun naman talaga, diba? We only have one life, and it doesn't matter how long, how short your life is. What matters is how much how well you live it, diba? And how you were able to utilize it to have an impact to the lives of other people. Sabi nga ng kasibihan, diba, we rise by lifting other people. And today, you rise because you lifted so many people by sharing all your knowledge, your experiences, and a little of your kalokohan, of course, kasi hindi yan nawawala. So, yun lang. Thank you very much. And maraming salamat sa mga audience at isa na namang episode. And please, watch out because the next episode and this is just the first one on criminal justice, careers in criminal justice. The next one are job naman, job opportunity. So, meron na tayong law school as one career path. Next time naman, maybe on how to join the Bureau of Immigration, how to join the NBI, how to join the Coast Guard and other agencies as a commission officer naman, di ba? As a lateral, parang ganun. Bureau of Fire Protection. Marami tayong mga graduates that are also willing to share their expertise and knowledge to you. So stay tuned, we'll announce that. So maraming salamat po. Maraming salamat, Kat, and maraming salamat, Jacob. Jacob, ingat ka dyan sa Makati. And Kat,
yes, thank you, sir.
It's Kat around Taga-Baguio ka din. Alright, maraming salamat. I will now...
Yes,
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Ano ba to? Anong tawag dito? This webinar. Yan. Bye-bye, guys!
Bye-bye. Thank you for the